Hi everyone, this is Vidya Iyer from Seattle. I've lived in Seattle for over 2 decades now, and originally I'm from Mumbai, and my parents are still in Mumbai as well. This is my first YouTube video. I wanted to share a little bit information on Shraddha Samyal. Um, Shraddham, just to let you guys know, is the annual remembrance of the ancestors. So both my father-in-law and mother-in-law passed away last year due to COVID, and we actually celebrated all of their last rites in India. But then when it was time for the annual Shraddham, we could not travel due to the COVID restrictions, and so we had to do the Varshabdhikam in Seattle. And so we had priests from the Veda temple come over to do all of the functions like the Sola Kumbhams and the Varshabdhikams and the Navagraham and the Shubhasvikaram. So whereas we had the priests over, something that just struck me is I didn't know how to make some of the Tavasam Samyal, which is pretty much Sattvic food. And so I had to do a lot of research and come up with the menu that I need to serve for the priests um, and the Brahmins, and hence this video so that I can share my knowledge with all of you. Usually you would have your elders helping you with some of the menu, and some traditions and some families have certain menu that they pass on. But since I don't have my mother-in-law now to ask these questions, I had to do the research myself on some of our traditions, and came up with what I can do the best in Seattle. So here we go. So one thing about Shraddham is there are some vegetables you don't use for the Samyal. And pardon me, I keep going back between Tamil and English. That's kind of my style now. Is that you can use vegetables like parakai, varakai, podlangai, chennai, and kotavarangai. You don't use any of the English vegetables. Even in pulses, you only use moong dal and urad dal. You don't use the masoor or the tur dal. And then you can definitely use coconut and pepper and jeeragam as well, and ginger. Obviously, like you don't use onion and garlic in any of this menu. So some families will make one kutu, one sambar, one curry, or you can make 3 or 5 or 7 based on how much time you have. So you do have the rice, parapu, nei, kutu, korama vegetables, and then you have the bashnams, and then you have the pachadis and the togils. So that encompasses the entire menu for the Shraddham. Um, the three things that you may want to do the day before, which helps in making any of your kutu curries, and it pretty much goes into all of the ingredients like the korambu rasam as well, are the three things that I'm going to quickly tell you, and I'll also show you that in the video that I made the previous day. And so the first one is the frying of the moong dal and boiling and mashing and putting it aside. The second thing is the frying of urad dal, karupalai, and pepper and jeeragam, and making it a powder and putting it aside. And the third one is the frying coconut with karupalai and jeeragam, and making it like a light brown or to dark brown, and which can be used for curries and togils and for the korma as well. So that's the third thing. If you can make these three things the previous day and even cut some vegetables that you need to use the next morning and sort of boil it with a little bit of salt and turmeric, that will be super helpful for the next morning. The entire Tavasam Samyal for me took only 30 to 45 minutes. And I'll tell you some of the menu that I'll be sharing that you'll be seeing as well is like, parakai korambu, rasam. I've made a Velirka more korambu, mango pachadi, and then the podlangai kutu and varga curry, and then chena kutu. These are the things that I would make. For the pachadis, you can definitely use the same ingredients and make it with the mango or the Thai pachadi as well. For the bashnams, traditionally again some families have different items they would use in generations, but given that I had no idea what my mother-in-law had used before, I looked up, and the easiest ones to do are the vadai, appam, elurundai, and payasam. There could be vella payasam or a vellam payasam, or maybe the milk payasam, one of the two. But again, you can do the preparation the day before as well. So I'll show you a video on how I did that as well. So I hope the quick prep the day before and the next morning helps in making Shraddham Samyal. and I hope that for generations to come this video stays and people actually can look back on like, hey, how to actually make something quick, because there aren't that much information on Tavasam Samil. But yeah, happy cooking on your Shradham for whenever you are searching for it. And if you have any questions or comments or any improvement suggestions or more detailed videos, please put a comment and I will be sure to respond. But yeah, thanks for listening to me, and here's some more videos on how I made the ingredients. Have a great day.
இப்போ நம்ம எள்ளு உருண்டைக்கு தேவையான ஐட்டம்கள் பார்க்கலாம். There is some water here, எள்ளு, black எள்ளு, sesame seeds சொல்லுவா, இந்த வெல்லம், powdered jaggery powder. ஸோ எள்ளு உருண்டை பண்ணுறதுக்கு only 3 ingredients and ஒரு pan, அவ்வளோதான். First we will fry the sesame seeds till it sputters. Keep them on the side and cool down. Then add water and jaggery and make a string consistency. And then add the cold sesame seed and make urundais. I will show you how it is done. இப்போ நான் உங்களுக்கு ingredients காமிக்கிறேன் for making the Shradham Samayal. We will be making, like I said, பாரக்காய் குழம்பு, புடலங்காய் கூட்டு, சேனை கறி, வாழைக்காய் கறி, மேங்கோ பச்சடி. இதுக்கு வேணுங்கிற இன்க்ரீடியன்ட்ஸ் இதோ இருக்குது. கொஞ்சம் கருவேப்பிலை, இஞ்சி, மிளகா, ஜீரகம், வெல்லம், மூங் தால், அரிசி, உளுத்தம்பருப்பு, மிளகு. நம்ம இந்த சீசனிங் அண்ட் ஸ்பைசஸ் வச்சு 3 டிஃப்ரெண்ட் திங்ஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம். இந்த 3 டிஃப்ரெண்ட் திங்ஸை நீங்கள் முந்தி நாளைக்கே பண்ணி வச்சுட்டேன்னா நெக்ஸ்ட் டே சமையல் வில் பி டன் இன் 30 minutes. What are the 3 things we need to do? First, fry the moong dal and boil and put it aside. Second, fry the udam parpu, molagu, jeeragam with little bit of rice and grind it and put it aside. Then we have coconut here. Fry the coconut, karvapulai, inji, molaga and add little bit of rice and fry it till it's golden brown and put it aside. These 3 things, the boiled dal, the coconut fry and the udambarpu molagu powder, these 3 things will be added to any vegetables of your choice that you have in the house for making the Shradha Samayal. Now let's look at the vegetables that are to be used for Shradham. வாழைக்காய், சேப்பக்கிழங்கு, சீனீர்காய், பாறைக்காய், cut mango for pachadi, புடலங்காய், சேனை are the vegetables that you can use for Shradha Samayal. Some people like to make it ஒரு item, ஒரு கறி, ஒரு கூட்டு, ஒரு குழம்பு, or they will like to make 3 கூட்டு, 3 கறி and a குழம்பு and a rasam, or some people will like to do 5. This is our first year, so I will be making more items that I can. But since we are preparing these 3 things, it should be going to be very easy to make this. So I will be making paraka kurambu, pudalanga kootu, chana curry, mango pachadi and senior curry. Coconut is frozen because I don't buy fresh coconut and grate it, so I buy frozen. It works well. Just have to fry 2 minutes more. I have some vellam here that gives a good little sweet taste to the pachadi and to the paraka kurambu. Now I am going to start cooking. இதோ நான் உளுத்தம்பருப்பு அரிசி கருவேப்பிலை மிளகு வறுத்து வச்சுருக்கேன். மூங் தால் வறுத்து சோக் பண்ணி வச்சுருக்கேன். இதை பாயில் பண்ணி மேஷ் பண்ணி வச்சுப்பேன். குக்கருக்குள்ளே பாறைக்காய் உப்பு மஞ்சள் பொடி போட்டு வச்சுருக்கேன். சிச குழம்பு நான் இங்கே வதக்கின்னு இருக்கேன். கோகோனட் வித் கருவேப்பிலை உளுத்தம்பருப்பு. This is the third thing that I said we will be putting to all the curries. பாறைக்காய்க்கு மேலே மேங்கோ பச்சடி அண்ட் பாயசமுக்கு கொஞ்சோண்டு கலந்து வச்சுருக்கேன். ரைஸ் மூங் தால் அண்ட் குட் and mango and coconut. I'm going to show you some of the preparations that I've already done. For paraka pitla, I have already boiled with salt and turmeric. Plantain curry. Shanai boiled again for kotu, same salt and manjapudi. So these three are going to be our vegetables. This is the moong dal that was fried and boiled. And then some of the three things that I mentioned that will go into the curry and the kotu is the dal, the powder of urad dal, karupalai, arsi, molagu, and the coconut mix. Coconut, karupalai, urad dal, varathu. That is the mix that will go into these things. Then we have the vada maavu, which I think is traditionally everybody knows how to make vada. Soak the urad dal and grind it. And then we have the appam mix that I told you with rice flour and jaggery. This is the mango pachadi, which is just mango, chili and good boiled. And this is for the payasam, which is good rice and little moong dal. Here's our yellow rundai, and here's some cardamom powder that I like to just sprinkle on most of the sweet items here. Now that we have this preparation done, it's going to be very easy to put these together into the ingredients to make a paraka pitla, kootu curry, appam vada yellurundai, pachadi for the shradham. And then we will make rice fresh just before eating. I will quickly show you the Iyer Shradham rasam. Iyer Shradham is my favorite vessel. It's a tin vessel that's from Kumbakonam that was given to me by my mother-in-law. This rasam is pretty quick. You just need to put the moong dal liquid that we had boiled yesterday after frying moong dal, and some ultambarpe, pepper, karupalai powder mix, and some water and salt. That's it. You can add some tamarind and jaggery based on your taste as well. Just add it a little bit. And give it a nice boil and your rasam is ready. I want to show you the prepared final end products. Here's our paraka pitla. Here's our chana kotu. Here's the varaka curry. Here's the Iyer Shradham rasam. Here's the other things that go on the LI. This is the payasam. This is the kalathuk parapu. This is the jackfruit that I found in Seattle. This is the mango pachadi, and this is some nendrangga chips. And here's the other goodies: appam, vadai, ellurundai. With this, I have kept for rice, which will be served hot before the priests come. And remember, all of these items were prepared in only 30 minutes because we did some prep yesterday with all the coconut, varaval, udthambarpu pepper podi, and the boiled moong dal. You can add any more vegetables if you like. This is the menu for the first day, and I'm planning to make different items for tomorrow. I'm planning to make the cheppakalangu more kormbu, vellirika pachadi, rasam, kottavaranga curry, and podlanka kotu. Hope this was helpful, and hope you will ask me if you have any more questions. Enjoy the Shradha Samya.